honestly try to do a deathless run. Doing a deathless ultra spicy run would be kind of funny. I don't think I'll do it, but we can see how long I go without killing a Pikmin. Separated again. But we find yellow Pikmin. Now, one of my biggest problems in Pikmin 3 is that finding all the Pikmin types takes way longer than Pikmin 1 and 2. And by the time you find all the Pikmin types in story mode, you will almost be done the game. So it kind of sucks. And the reason that sucks is because usually like the big stopping points for you to continue in an area in Pikmin is like, oh, there's water and you need blue Pikmin, and you haven't discovered blue Pikmin, or oh, there's a wall, electricity wall that you can only bring down with yellow Pikmin, like we saw an electricity wall in the first area. And now we can break it down if we went back, but before we couldn't do it because we didn't have yellow Pikmin. But if it takes forever, like you have to get like 2/3 through the game to unlock all the types of Pikmin, then the game is relatively linear, and basically you go back to those specific areas when the game wants you to, rather than like getting access to all the Pikmin types relatively early on, so you can like go back and tackle things in any order. Like you continue with the main area you're already in, or you could go back and do the stuff you missed, or what have you. And it gave a lot more like variety in what you could do in what order, or what order you could do things in the first two Pikmin games, whereas in Pikmin 3 it takes so long to get all the Pikmin types that you can't really do stuff in any order as much as I would like. You can still do stuff kind of out of order, more for like 100%ing the areas, but still generally you need to do, you know, the tropical wilds, then you need to do, you need to do the Garden of Hope, then you have to do this area, then you have to do tropical wilds, then you have to do Twilight River, and then you have to go back to the Garden of Hope again, and then you can do anything in any order you want, rather than just doing it any order you want off the bat. Because in the original Pikmin, you can get all the Pikmin types within the first 3 in-game days, or the first 4 in-game days if you're not as proficient. And in Pikmin 2, you can get every Pikmin type, I think, within the first 5 to 4 Pikmin days. But in this game, I think you only can get... Realistically, you get all the Pikmin types, like, within the first 15 in-game days. Like, there's a huge discrepancy if you were listening to the numbers I was listing off. Sorry, I'm kind of, like, rambling without any, like, full cohesion of what I'm trying to say, but hopefully that makes sense. Anyways, luckily the first 3 Pikmin types you get relatively early, and I wish they just continued that trend all the way up until the blue Pikmin, which is the last Pikmin type you get, but they don't. So we're gonna be stuck with red, rock, and yellow Pikmin for a huge portion of the stream. Like, at least a couple hours. Which is unfortunate. What are the things you want for Pikmin 4? Basically, let's, like, fixes to the... Basically just, returning stuff that was in Pikmin 2 that wasn't in Pikmin 3 that I'd like to return. Like, maybe some caves from Pikmin 2 returning, or, having... Something I'd like is having all, 7 existing Pikmin types available in the main story to be used frequently. And obviously new Pikmin types, and then I wanted charging or swarming back instead of the charge, although it's kind of pseudo back in the deluxe version. Just stuff like that. Another person who did a great, like, wants in Pikmin 4 video is Arlo. If you guys want to, like, check out his video, a lot of what he said is stuff I also agree with, so... But yeah, this lock-on system is really useful to make up for the less accurate pointing. Okay, we have an electricity gate. Something I didn't like that they did in this game is they nerfed electricity. So in the original Pikmin, or in Pikmin 2, which is the only other Pikmin game with electricity, if a non-yellow Pikmin got hit by electricity, they'd instantly die. It was a zap. It's dead. And in this game, they changed it to only be a stun. And I thought it was, with all the other hazards, like drowning, fire, whatever, the Pikmin can get caught on fire, for example, and then they'll be lit on fire for a specific amount of time, and if you don't whistle them back within the next, like, 10 seconds or whatever, they'll die. But the whistle brings out the, you know, extinguishes the fire. But with electricity, it was an instant kill, so it was the most dangerous hazard in the game, and I liked having that extra dangerous hazard. But in this, they changed it to a stun, so there's no more insta-kill hazard, which I think really hampers the difficulty of the game overall. So what the hell is this? I don't remember this. What is even in here? Is there like a fruit in here? I don't remember this being here at all. Oh, it's a little pellet. I think it is in the original game, but I just never noticed because it just didn't have the lock on. But now that I can lock onto it, I know that it's here. That's interesting. Is there a way to zoom in? Yeah, another thing that's in Pikmin 1 and 2 that you can't do here is like change the camera angle and zoom in and stuff. The graphics are so wild. Yeah. Does it insta-kill on Ultra Spicy? No, and it should, in my opinion. That'd be like a good difference for the difficulty. I hope Pikmin 4 has lush, vibrant colors. Same. But yeah, this game still looks really good, especially if you think that it was made you bring in the context that it was made 7 years ago. But yeah, I would love to see what a new Pikmin game would look like graphically. The biggest thing I want in Pikmin 4 is for Pikmin to carry you back. You can actually do that in the first 2 Pikmin games. I don't know if you can do it in this one, because I haven't tried it, but in Pikmin 1, you can hold down the X button and Olimar will lay down and your Pikmin will bring you back. And in Pikmin 2, once you get the knapsack upgrade, you can do the same thing. Alright. Let's bring over some rock Pikmin for Brittany to use. I already have so many Pikmin. I know it's a bit heartless, but every time, like, I see a reviewer or anybody online talk about Pikmin, they're like, oh, I'm so sad when a Pikmin dies. I want to preserve every single one. But for me, like, as you may have noticed with the onion, we already have way more Pikmin than we need, with the rocks and reds, that can even realistically be in the field. So to me, I think, you know, killing Pikmin is 100% fine. It doesn't really harm you that much. Maybe it's a bit inconvenient because you'd have to get more, but usually there's like so many enemies and you have such a stockpile of Pikmin that like killing them really doesn't affect you with long term. I know that's like horrific, like emotionally, like, oh, we love this Pikmin, we don't want any one of them to die. You see their little spirits, you see them cry. Wait, what the hell? What was going on there? I think I was like stuck in a snowball or something. But let's be honest, guys. Gameplay wise, killing Pikmin is not that big of a deal. I like how we just stoning these guys to death, like the biblical days. I don't think I can, get this fruit because rock Pikmin can't latch onto things, unfortunately. But once we get another type of Pikmin up here, it should be fine. Bowblax too weak for... Are there secret files in Deluxe? Wait, that's a good question. Because they reused the cutscenes that the secret files had, that the secret files were used for in the original Pikmin 3. So are the secret files in Deluxe? And if they are, what do they do now? Because they'd have to have a new function. Also, rip the Deathless Run, lol. Whatever, dude. As I said, I don't give a fuck if they died in. What do you think about Pokey? I think he needs to move faster. Only real ones will get that reference. Alright. Hell yeah. Got all of our Pikmin flowered up. Let's go. I don't think I've ever had the Pikmin bring back the bridge pieces this way, because normally I would break down the electric gate that's over by the onion, and then they'd go around that way, but hey. Oh, the Twitch streamer? I didn't know there was this Twitch streamer called Pokey. You mean I know there's like Pokemon, and then I know there's Pokelols, which is Pokelawls, but I don't know about any streamer just called Poke. Wait, is the bridge complete? Wait, where are the rest of the... Oh, yeah, I know where they are. I'm dumb. I forgot where the... I forgot where the last bridge pieces were. See, it has been a while since I played this game. Especially in comparison to the first two games. I love Pikmin 3. Oh yeah, Pikmin, if they can't bring something across, they'll just stop. And wait. That's why I wasn't bringing corpses across, because I'm like, okay, there's no point. I'll just stop. Something also new to this game is, when you pick up files, you don't have to preview them every time you collect them. Oh, what the flip? Yo, Izzy, you torturing people in chat with the bans? Giving them the dreaded 1-second ban that no one can handle? You know what? They say people are made stronger by hardship, so... There we go. Builds character, true. Don't kill rock Pikmin. Those don't kill rock Pikmin. Oh, these enemies don't kill rock Pikmin. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Oh yeah, I guess because they're pokey and you can't really like poke through a rock. That's kind of cool. I thought they were just immune to squishing, but I guess that makes sense. They only like die to people who literally eat the rocks. That'd be like, wouldn't it like break the enemy's teeth if they ate rocks? I don't know who like provides the dental work for these creatures, but wait. Oh, there's even more blue stuff. Okay. Well, Since there's only blue pieces left for the bridge, might as well bring all the Pikmin back. Forget how long this bridge segment is. I think in my original playthrough of this game that oh, it's not what I meant to do. In my original playthrough of this game that I did on my channel, playing it for the first time, which I'm so glad I did, by the way, because I have now documented my first time playing Pikmin 3 and my first reaction to everything. I took like a whole day doing this bridge, or at least a whole video part, because I remember like I named a video like building the bridge or whatever. Yeah, it's about to take a whole day to do this. What the heck? What the flip? Well, hopefully I'll be able to finish this. There is one Pikmin missing. I don't know where it is. Wait. Let me look on the map. Oh, there it is. It's flashing too. Hell yeah. The game knows I didn't need to save that little man. Eat my dick. No thank you. Not preferable. See, only hardcore players can do that one. Wait, there is a secret file. That one's a secret file up there. So if there's a secret file, that means they're still in the game. What do they do now? Because in the original Pikmin 3, the secret files uncovered a secret video that was a cutscene of Olimar and Louie, but those cutscenes have been repurposed for the side stories. So what do they do now? Oh, wait. Can we sneak past these fire guys? No. No! Aww. I'll do that the next Pikmin day. We're running out of time anyway. Oh, you can separate by group now. Something cool that I like is that you can charge by group too, so like, you see I only charge the yellow Pikmin, so instead of like throwing them one by one to make sure only yellows go on there, now I can only charge yellow or only charge red, and if you want all of them to charge, you just double tap it. And then like, with working, obviously, I mentioned this earlier, but like, with whistling a working Pikmin, now you whistle twice, because sometimes there's idle Pikmin next to working Pikmin and you whistle back the working Pikmin and you don't want to do that. So now, if you want to avoid that, you just whistle once and only the non-working Pikmin come back, and for the working Pikmin you press it twice. And another thing that I just noticed is that when you dismiss Pikmin, you'll only dismiss the group that you have selected, which is so useful, because if you've been watching me play the other Pikmin games, because I have streamed Pikmin 1 and 2 on here, you notice that, like, I separate the Pikmin colors, and then I have to, like, specifically whistle the Pikmin color I want, but I sometimes accidentally whistle another Pikmin color that I didn't want, so I have to, like, separate them again, and then, like, throw some and organize it in that, like, manual way, but now everything's automatic with, like, the segmenting of the different Pikmin types, which I think is so useful and so cool, and I can't believe they didn't do that in either Pikmin 1, 2, 3, in Pikmin 1, 2, or 3. They had to wait till the 4th Pikmin 3. But all these little Pikmin improvements make me think and make me hope that these are actually being implemented into the Pikmin 4, and then they implemented them back into Pikmin 3 for the re-release. They originally developed it for Pikmin 4. And we're gonna see that in Pikmin 4, and hopefully Pikmin 4 comes out soon, because they are developing Pikmin 4 things. Implemented it backwards, you know? And bold of you do say, I know, it's too optimistic to assume that a Pikmin 4 is even existing at this point. if you're a big Pikmin fan, you always have to assume that Pikmin 4 is never coming out, or else you'll lose your mind. But I hope that this means Pikmin 4 is coming out soon. And yeah, it is all your fault. Lol. But another thing that I hope indicates Pikmin 4 is the epilogue of the side story. I watched one review of it, and they're not allowed, for the reviews that come out before the game releases, you're not allowed to say what's in the epilogue, but someone said, Nintendo isn't allowing us to spoil the epilogue side story, and rightfully so. So that means that it's not just like, yeah, you had to sleep in the cave, whatever. You had to sleep in the other room. But yeah, that means that, that the epilogue is great. I think, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So I think the epilogue is gonna tease to some things in Pikmin 4. And another thing we don't know about is the yellow flowers in the Deluxe moniker for Pikmin 3 Deluxe, because in all the Pikmin games up until Deluxe, there's a reason for the coloration of the logo. So in Pikmin 1, obviously the color of the logo was white for the Pikmin, for the main primary colors of Pikmin and their flower forms. And then Pikmin 2, white and purple Pikmin had purple flowers when they got nectared up. And then Pikmin 3, they had blue flowers, but in the, and actually the beta version of the logo, the first iteration of the logo, it showed that blue flower, but then they later changed it to the flower color of powered up Pikmin, from the Ultra Spicy spray. And now we have this yellow, coloration, and we don't know what it's for. Bet you the yellow flowers are nothing? Yeah, maybe, but maybe it's about something in the side story. Maybe there's a secret new Pikmin type in the side story, and it teases to Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4 is gonna have that yellow coloration on its logo. Super hopeful thinking that there'll be another Pikmin type, I know. But regardless if it's a new Pikmin type or just something else, I think maybe the yellow coloration is in reference to something in the epilogue side story. But maybe not. Maybe it's just nothing. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. A lot of you guys haven't played Pikmin, or obviously aren't as big Pikmin fans as me, so I expect a lot of this to go over your guys' head. I'm really sad with how popular Pikmin is, or how non-popular Pikmin is. Like, each game sold about like 1 million copies, which is great for game standards, but it's not great for first-party Nintendo game standards, and I really hope that Pikmin 3 Deluxe sells well. I'm hoping it does. I'm not sure. I'm a little skeptical of it, but what has happened with previously obscure Nintendo franchises in the past is that, like, Animal Crossing, for example, it didn't have a huge fan base for the first 3 games, but then Animal Crossing New Leaf came out, and boom, it sold a bunch, and it became super popular, and then obviously New Horizons came out, and it's the fastest selling Switch game ever, and Switch games sell, and the Switch sold really fast, and the games in general sold really fast, so the fact that, like, yeah, no, Animal Crossing New Horizons is outselling Smash Bros. And Mario Kart and all these games is, like, insane. So it just became, like, a big franchise when, for the first 3 games, it was a pretty small franchise, like, comparable to Pikmin. And the same thing happened with Fire Emblem. I'm pretty sure one of the developers said, like, oh, Fire Emblem Awakening is going to be the last Fire Emblem if it doesn't sell well. And then Fire Emblem Awakening on 3DS sold amazingly. I guess the common denominator here is that the 3DS is saving franchises, but basically my point is that these Nintendo franchises, they were real relevant for like multiple, like a decade plus. Like C tier, not really that played. If you ask the average person about the game, they won't know about it. Type Nintendo franchise to being one of the biggest Nintendo franchises, one of the biggest franchises that Nintendo has in a franchise that Nintendo constantly pumps out games for. So, although with Animal Crossing, I don't know about that. There's been a lot of side Animal Crossing games. But New Horizons, the gap between New Horizons and New Leaf was way too long in my opinion. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that if Pikmin 3 Deluxe sells well, which it could, we might get more Pikmin games, and we might get them more frequently. And I hope that's the case. But, again, wishful thinking. I don't know if that'll happen. I'm thinking that Nintendo wanted that to happen with Hey Pikmin, but Hey Pikmin just came out, because that's another Pikmin game that came out on the 3DS, and as we were talking about with Animal Crossing and Fire Emblem, they both became Juggernaut franchises off the backs of their 3DS games. But the thing about Hey Pikmin is, number one, it didn't play like an original Pikmin game, and it kind of sucked. And but I don't think that's necessarily why it sold badly. I think the main reason it sold badly, oh hell yeah, we're starting to get achievements again, because we're out of the demo area. But I think why the game sold badly is because... Yeah, I need to get some rock Pikmin out. Sorry, I'm having a bit of brain lag, I apologize. There we go. Is because it came out after the Switch came out. And all 3DS games that came out after the Switch came out sold really, really badly. Like Mario, I think there was like a remake to Bowser's Inside Story, Mario and Luigi's Bowser's Inside Story, and that sold like, it's like one of the worst selling Mario games ever. Like games sold like trash after the Switch came out, because like why would you buy 3DS games when you can buy a Switch and all the great games on that, and it's a handheld, it's just like, you know, a 3DS. It's like infinitely more powerful and handheld with console level games. There's just no reason to get a 3DS over a Switch for a brand new console. Also, the fire in this game looks really, really good, even though this is a 7-year-old game. Sorry, I talk a lot, especially when it comes to Pikmin. I apologize if I'm like ignoring chat, because I'm just going on all these tangents. Pikmin came around Smash. Pikmin 2 came around near the end of the GameCube's life. Pikmin 3 came out on a failed console. Hey Pikmin wasn't even Pikmin. Pikmin 3 Deluxe came after All-Stars and before Age of Calamity. Pikmin is just unlucky. Yeah. Well, yeah, Mario 3D All-Stars is selling really well too. But yeah, I don't know. It's way too... I mean, the game just came out. It's too early to say if, like, Deluxe is just gonna be a failure or not. But I think, even if Deluxe doesn't sell, like, insane numbers, I still think Deluxe is going to be the best-selling Pikmin game. Or at least hope so. It should be. But yeah, for Pikmin 1 and 2, you don't even need to, like, say, oh, it came out near Smash, or oh, it came out near X game, because... Let's be honest, the GameCube was kind of a failed console as well. Not as much as the Wii U, but still, like, the GameCube was considered a failure, I'm pretty sure, in terms of how many consoles it sold. The PS2, like, outshined it by a lot, unfortunately. Like, Melee was kind of a cult classic, like, it was one of the best-selling GameCube games, but... GameCube didn't really sell that much to begin with. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, all the Smash Broses besides 64 outsold Melee. Even though Melee is very beloved. And even Sunshine is, like, one of the worst selling, little note from Captain Olimar. Hell yeah. Too bad I didn't fucking read it. Lol. But yeah, if you guys were paying attention, this is actually the area from the very beginning of the game, so we're getting very close to where Captain Charlie got hidden at. We got into trouble. Which is the guy we were playing from the first day in the game. The guy that, you guys called a, daily or weekly strip club goer, which he kind of does look like that. I think yellow Pikmin dig faster than other types of Pikmin. I heard that somewhere. I know that's true in the original Pikmin 3, but I don't know if it, like, carries over to Deluxe, because there are, like, a lot of weird little changes in Deluxe that just fundamentally change the game. Like, this is far from a straight port. Like, I think this is the most work Nintendo has put into a game with the Deluxe moniker, period, actually. Like, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, like, that's basically just Mario Kart with the battle mode. Barely anything changed. But with Pikmin 3 Deluxe, a lot actually changed. You got 20 yellows, right? Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure, yeah, for the boss coming up, we'll only need yellows, so... I'm probably gonna swap out all my Pikmin types for yellows. I don't even know if I have 60 yellows yet, though. Wait, no, I was having Brittany go to here, but she got interrupted. I want to get yellow Pikmin on this. Is Bowblax playing the campaign? I wonder if they added new stuff. Haven't played 2 in ages. This is Pikmin 3. But, yeah, I am playing the story mode of Pikmin 3. I love the music in this game. I can't, dude, if there's a Pikmin 4, dude, if Pikmin 4 comes out anytime soon, like within the next 3 years, I'm gonna fucking die of hype, dude. I'm gonna be squealing when I first play that for you guys on stream. I haven't played a new Pikmin game. Dude, just playing a new Pikmin game experience, just playing a Pikmin game and not knowing what's gonna come up next is just an experience that is so fun for me. And that's why I had so much fun with Pikmin 251, like the Pikmin 2 hack made by Pickhacker. I played through that, and that was like the most fun gaming experience I've had in a long time, dude. I was like addicted to that. If you guys watched my streams of that, you know what was up with that. Okay, I think I'm gonna fight the boss in the next day. Luckily, the map, like... I think this is new to Pikmin 3 Deluxe, but the map, like, glows flashing when Pikmin are not in the base. I'll buy Pikmin 4 when it comes out no matter what, same. Okay, so this is the first of, I think, 3 or 4 upgrades in the game to your captain. And this one makes us electricity resistant, or resistant. Which isn't that big of a deal, because again, electricity just stuns us, but... We got an achievement, which is the more important thing, so hell yeah. Also, these green arrows are like a new thing on the map as well. Also, something that someone said in a review of this game, that I never noticed, well, I don't think I would have noticed up until this point, is that in the original Pikmin 3, all the areas are completely dark until you discover them, but in this one, you can see all the areas. Now, obviously, this area we haven't explored is grayed out, and we can't, like, go there. But it actually shows the layout of it, like, before we get there, which is kind of cool. Okay. Let's go here. Where are my Pikmin at? Where are my people at? Oh, they're trying to bring back the grapes. Alright. Wait. Oh, so that's why they're over there. They're actually carrying shit back. They're not AFK. Except for this one Pikmin. Okay. Let's actually swap to Brittany. Stop. Get her going to the ship. Even though it's not that far away. And have Alf go and pick up that stray Pikmin. Use the Drake whistle. Yeah, I was thinking of using... Actually, yeah, I can use that. Wait. Oh no, but there's 10 seconds. The Pikmin won't get back there in time. Let's save it. Because the Pikmin walk back, they don't like teleport back, so it'll just take like way too long. But yeah, the Drake whistle is a... Wait. Yeah, 0. Let's go. But yeah, the Drake whistle is new to this game too. There's a lot of like really useful new features to Pikmin 3 Deluxe that I appreciate so much, and I'm honestly like happily surprised that they added so much like quality of life stuff to Pikmin 3. I really didn't think they'd do that. I thought they were just gonna adapt the controls to work on the Switch and just do the bare minimum. But no, they like did so many like quality of life changes. And I think it's great. I love it. And again, it makes me think that they introduced these quality of life changes because they're introducing it in Pikmin 4. Which... Because, like, why would they do it otherwise, right? Like, yes, they could have just done it because they want to make this game as good as possible, but honestly, like, it's Nintendo. Like, are they really gonna go out of their way to just, like, make the game more convenient and better without, you know, first designing the convenience for the sequel? I don't know. Pikmin 4, good joke, yeah. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. I really think that's the case, though. And I will follow you on Twitter. Thank you so much for getting those to... Wait! Is this your Twitter account? This isn't your Twitter account. 3 million followers and verified? I followed it, but that's... Dude, big time Rush is in the chat, dude. I don't even know who he is. I don't even know who he is. But if you are, big time Rush in the chat. Good job on getting your following. That's crazy. Although I doubt it. Make a furry porn Twitter account. I think I'll pass on that one day. So I guess you can now use your system points to get me to follow accounts that aren't yours. That's fine. It's 1 AM, you have a toothache? Aw. So I can't sleep? That fucking sucks, man. Holy shit. I feel for you, man. Alright, let's go. After we rescue Alf here, or no, after we rescue Charlie here, I'm a bit discombobulated. We will be around at the point in the game where I usually stop playing Pikmin 3. Because what I usually do is I play like one session of Pikmin 3 on stream. I'm like, I'm gonna replay the whole series. And then I play through Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's go to Pikmin 3. And then I start playing it. and I do one stream on it, and then I'm like, I'm done. I don't finish. I'm not gonna go straight to Charlie though, because I want to like increase my yellow Pikmin population now that we have combined into the main onion. That's another thing that I really like that they added to Pikmin 3 is that everything's in one onion. And by the way, we didn't know if everything was in one onion, but there was footage of the ultimate onion, like the onion mixed with all the colors, in footage for Pikmin 3 in 2012, I think it was. And I was the first person on YouTube to come out and make a video being like, hey, maybe there's... Maybe there is, maybe all the Pikmin are in one onion, because in the previous games they were all in separate onions. There was 3 yellow, blue, and red onions just there, and they never combined, and you just went between each one to get the different colors. But Pikmin 3, they all combine. And I was the first one when we saw footage of that happening, but without, like, it actually being explained that that's what it was just the multicolored onion. I was like, I made a video on YouTube where it was like, one onion theory Pikmin 3, and I think it got like a couple thousand views. It got a lot of views for my channel back then. I think like 60,000 or 6,000 or something. But it got quite a bit. And I don't know. That's pretty cool. And people usually didn't do like video game trailer analyses back then. So I was pretty much the first one to point that out on YouTube. Nowadays, if it happened, like, you know, Game Explain would immediately have a video within like 20 minutes of the trailer coming out being like, oh, look at that, but back then, that didn't happen, so I was the first one to point that out. Yeah, so I am the ultimate Pikmin fan. Now we have the dodge whistle upgrade. Pretty sure we get an achievement for this. Sorry, I'm like, it's later at night. I don't know. I'm like, not saying my words properly, and I'm taking like 5 minutes to say one thing. I feel like fucking Deji or the quartering, dude, like not getting to the point. We're like H3. Dude, did you see that that clip I posted on Twitter of H3, and he was like, it wasn't like really an exposed clip, it was just him being dumb, and he said something along the lines of what's more racist, not having diversity, or saying Gay Pride Month is a bunch of dudes butt fucking. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? It is so fucking funny and dumb. And that's how I feel right now. I feel like fucking H3 saying that shit. Mixing up my words and all that. But actually, let's get some yellow Pikmin on these guys first. I think in the first 2 Pikmin games, they took 5 Pikmin to carry, but now it takes 3 Pikmin to carry those guys, so that's cool. You can also start getting ultra spicy spray by attacking this plant right here. Fruit back! Fruit! Pretty sure that's what the ship says anyway. Fruit back! Fruit back! All History Month is dumb. All History Month. Yeah, there should just be a month called History Month, dude. So we celebrate all history. Human History Month. Oh, but then dogs will be left out. Can't do Human History Month. Someone's gonna twist that into me being racist somehow. I'm literally just like joking around. In a wholesome way. People are just gonna be like, wow! Bowblax wants to replace Black History Month. No. I'm just being dumb. I'm being silly. Calm the fuck down. What even was that? I skipped it, so I guess I won't never know. Oh, that was the ultra spicy spray, yeah. I need to stop skipping things. You guys didn't want me to skip things, but I don't know, dude. I already know what's going on. I feel like I could explain it better than the game. Hitler is technically part of history, so Bowblax supports the Nazis. Exactly. Now you're thinking like someone who's ready to expose. Stop fighting these little rats, dude. Dude, my whistle goes far! Damn! A lot farther than I thought it would go. Dude, in the original Pikmin games, you obviously played them on the GameCube, so the pointer was tied to just the control stick. And you only could really, like, put your pointer, like, this far in front of your captain, basically. Like, where it is now. But then they made it so you could have long-range whistle when they made the remake of Pikmin 1, which came out in 2009 on the Wii. And when I tried that out for the first time in 2009, holy shit, dude, I was over the moon, dude. Wait, I can't get my Pikmin over there until I get Charlie. I think. Or I can break the crystal with the... I think I can break the crystal with the rock Pikmin. But yeah, those berries keep respawning. You can get an infinite number of them to keep getting more ultra spicy sprays, but... Which is why this is called ultra spicy mode, because based off ultra spicy spray, but... Get the secret file. I think I need 3 captains to get the secret file. Yeah, see, ultra spiky Nectar. It looks so cool, dude. Like a little blob. Like a little blob of jello. On some planets, this nectar is used as a pick-me-up spray. Press Y to use an ultra spicy spray and invigorate your squad. It's literally crack cocaine. In Pikmin 2, it always looked like the captains, ate the spray themselves, sucked it up themselves, but in that little, thing... Wait, am I able to get, like, the Pikmin to... No, that's the farthest I can make them move. I was wondering if I can make them, like, pick up the thing. But nope. Let's bring out some rock Pikmin to help with the thing. I can't speak today. I'm just gonna call everything the thing, dude. Do the thing to get the thing to help the thing. That's it. You guys know what's going on. I don't need to be like, okay guys, I'm walking right here. Right now I'm throwing a couple Pikmin. Right now I'm using a little spout to get up. Unfortunately, it did not get me up to the higher path, but that's okay. It's a fun little shortcut anyway. Right now I'm going under the onion. I'm about to put in 8 rock Pikmin specifically, because that is the exact amount I got out, and now I am going to be getting this pellet in order to produce yellow Pikmin. Unfortunately, it is not a yellow pellet, it is a gray pellet, so we're only going to be making 1 Pikmin rather than 2, but it's all okay. Alright. I guess I am a commentator, yeah. Dude, I'm getting my Let's Play, I'm getting back into the groove of doing Let's Plays, being a Let's Player. You get Nick in here so he can explain. Dude, I feel like, there's something I was thinking about earlier, is I feel like Nick talks at people rather than with people a lot of the time. Like, he just announces things, and it doesn't even matter what someone replies. Like, sometimes he has, like, a like, it doesn't matter what someone replies, he's always gonna say the same thing, because he's going on a monologue. And it's just monologue after monologue, and it doesn't matter what you say, the monologue's gonna be the same every time. But I like Nick. Not an issue. Just something I noticed. Where's my last yellow Pikmin? Where'd it go? Where's it hiding? Oh, there he is. Stupid ass rock Pikmin. Kind of like debate stance, true. I mean, I talk differently when I'm in debate mode, too. You've barely seen me in debate mode, though. I went into debate mode a bit when I was talking with Vanderhall. Not the first time, but the second time. And when I go into debate mode, I go off. Another time I kind of went into debate mode, which it wasn't a debate, but it was when I was co-commentating the third RFC tournament, the one where I wasn't in, but I was commentating the whole thing, and I was just, like, starting off by saying, like, how I beat the tournament. That's when I went into, like, I'm super on the ball, I'm like, and then you do I talk like at 1,000,000 miles per hour, but I barely ever get into that mode, because I'm usually just chilling. I'm just doing stuff. But yeah. I don't even go into, like, debate mode, quote-unquote, every time I'm debating something. It's only, like, with certain people, if I have, like, a really solid point. And most of the time I can't do it when I'm debating people, because it's usually never a one-on-one debate. It's always, like, a debate with, like, Augie or Nick in the call or whatever, so it's, like, less of a one-on-one conversation, more of, like, a three-way, four-way conversation. The only time I've really had, like, a one-on-one debate type of conversation was with Destiny. And, there I didn't even need to be in debate mode, because I was just, like, trying to slowly explain to him, like, yo, this is what I think, and I know it's hard for you to process. Maybe I shouldn't have had all my yellow Pikmin work on this, whatever. I like how when you first whistle the Pikmin, they're stunned, they're like, what? What? What are you doing? Oh! And then you have to whistle them again. Okay. We're about to do the boss here. The boss is invisible, so we gotta light up the place. And the moth, oh, there's rock. No, wait. Don't need rock. Wait, we're almost at the end of the day already, dude? Are you kidding me? Wow. But yeah, this enemy emits poison. It's the only enemy in the game that emits poison. And it's the only poison in the game, and typically white Pikmin are immune to poison, but you can't even get white Pikmin in the story mode, which this enemy only exists in. So you can never have white... We don't even know if white Pikmin is immune to that type of poison. It probably isn't even programmed to be immune to that type of poison, because white Pikmin never go here. What I wonder is, like, if you hack white Pikmin into the game, into this part of the game, would it be immune to poison? Okay, it doesn't seem like I'm doing any damage to him when he's flying, like, at all. Alright, well... It's almost sunset. It looks like we're gonna have to call it quits. Rip. Where's that last fucker? Oh, he's on the way back. Well, maybe I can do something before the sunset, but I just want to make sure all of the Pikmin are with me so I can use every last possible second. Wait, where is... Oh, it went down because he was in a transition. So, like, if the Pikmin are in a transition, it just registers them as not on the field. So they're just saved if they're in a transition. Which is helpful, because if they're stuck in a transition right when the game ends, the day ends, that'd suck cock. Alright. Yeah, the days do feel shorter. Which is a good way to, make the game harder without having to reprogram the fruit to have less juice. Because what I thought a harder mode would be is, like, the days are just as long, but there's just less juice from the fruit. But making the day shorter essentially does the same thing without having to change the amount of juice the fruit gives, which... I don't know which one makes canonically more sense, like, it makes no sense for fruit to give less juice when it's the same fruit, but it doesn't make sense for days to be shorter either. Wait, maybe daylight savings. Maybe if you're playing in hard mode, you're playing at a different time, a different season, so the daylight lasts shorter. Like, what if you're playing in hard mode, you're just playing in the winter, but if you're playing on easy mode, you're playing in the summer. Maybe that's how it works lore-wise. That makes sense. Arlo is the Cookie Monster guy? Hell yeah. Dude, Arlo, he is carrying the Pikmin series on his back with how much he's repping it on YouTube, and I appreciate it a lot. Because more people need to know about Pikmin, more people need to play Pikmin. Pikmin is life. Pikmin is love, Pikmin is life. Pikmin is the best. And honestly, my throat hurts, so I don't know when I'm gonna end the stream, but I want to keep playing Pikmin, so it's like... But I want to play all the story mode on stream, so I don't know. I'm conflicted. It's like when I was playing Pikmin Colossal Caverns the other day. I was like, I want to keep playing, but my throat hurts. Maybe when I need to stop the stream, I will get water. But, maybe when I need to stop the stream for the night, because it is also getting late. I'm not going to stop anytime soon. Probably within the next 2 hours or so. I'm still going to go for at least 2 more hours or so, okay? Don't think I'm done. But, when I do finish the stream, maybe I can start playing Pikmin. Keep playing Pikmin 3 off stream, but with the mission mode, because... So hopefully you guys don't miss out on me playing story mode, and I will also play the side mode missions on stream. I'm not gonna do that off stream, because that's new content, and I want my reaction to that. Bowblax gonna be a Pikmin YouTuber? Hey, I was a Pikmin YouTuber for the first 8 years of me being online. Like, do you know where the name Bowblax comes from? It comes from... Wait, is there a Bowblax in the Piclopedia I can go to right now? I don't know if there's any Blax enemies. If there is one, it would be the Anteater one. Well, I've killed the Anteater, why isn't he in the log? What? Because these are called Bowborbs. But there's other characters called Bowblaxes. And mine is a play on that, so it's a Bowblax. But... And I thought, like, the Anteater Bowborb was called a Blax, not a Borb. Or maybe it's called a Borb, I don't know, but I was hoping to find it here. Damn. Wow. Thought I killed one of them. Bowblax, no. They're called Bowblaxes. There's Fiery Bowblax. There's Emperor Bowblax. And I know both of those characters aren't in this game. Well, actually, Fiery might be in this game. I know Emperor isn't in this game. So in the first 2 games, though. I don't know if there's any Blaxes in this game. What do you think of the pyro allegations? They're allegations. I don't think they're necessarily fake or they're real. It's just that there's no way of telling even which way. And I would like to wait for his statement. I want to see what Pyro himself has to say about them. But I hate these stupid, like, Twitter allegation stories. Not to say that the allegations are stupid if it is true, but it's just like, if it is fake, it's been done so many times, and it's like, really, guys? Like, it's already happened with Slazo and a bunch of other careers many times. Like, they're really gonna do it again? Like, but that's my reaction to it if it's fake. I don't know if it's fake or not, so that's not my, like, official reaction. But, like, if it does turn out being fake, that's what I'm gonna be like. You know. Honor streaming too? What the fuck, dude? Trying to take away all my viewers, man. Wow. Stay over here, come on. Connor sucks. Is Connor streaming with Augie? Good. After all I did for him, dude. Wow. He's just gonna take my slot like this? That's it. I'm not friends with Connor anymore. It's over. Stop killing my Pikmin. Dude, this guy's eating my Pikmin like Connor's eating all my viewers, dude. Just kidding. All I can say about you guys in reaction to the allegations is that don't assume that it's true, but don't assume that it's false either. Just have this like, okay, well, hope it's not true, but I'll wait and see. Have that type of attitude. And people like, some people think like, oh, once an allegation comes out, you have to either be for it or against it. No, you can have like this in between. I mean, you gotta, I guess, make up your mind. But you gotta wait for like more info. Like that's a proper response, like a fine response. It's not like a cop out. It's like, hey, we have one side of the story. Let's hear the other side. And if Pyro comes out and says something that's like sus or like whatever, he seems like guilty or innocent, then you can judge it based off that. But I think it's not fair to judge such serious allegations based on only one side of the story. You should have at least both sides before you make a judgment. I just think it's irresponsible to make a judgment before having at least both sides. So until Pyro says something about it, I'm not going to have a definitive opinion on it. And even when he does say something, depending on what it is, I might not even have a definitive opinion then. But I don't think anyone should have a definitive opinion on this unless they know something. They're like the actual people accusing and they know that it happened for sure. You know, they experienced it or what have you. Or if you're not one of the people involved, you gotta wait for both. Both things. Keemstar got terminated? On YouTube or Twitter? Wait, let me check. I think you guys are pulling my leg, but... Keem... Okay, Keem is on Twitter. Well, he's been tweeting recently, he's talking about being terminated, so... Yeah, his channel's there. You guys are trolls. Now we have Charlie. Hell yeah! I like this little like primitive art for all the bosses on the achievement icon. It's kind of cool. Actually, I think I want yellow Pikmin to have this. There we go. I think that's pretty much all the fruit we can get. Let me look. Oh no, we can still get stuff over here with the 3 captains now, okay. Oh yeah, and there's a fruit over here too. Okay, we can still do stuff. Probably just enough time to do all this before the end of the day. Do you keep up with Smash Drama? No. Probably should, though. Oh my god. Okay, let's try and get the secret, secret thingamajig. I remember I kind of, like, glitched my way onto it. Like that. Just, like, throwing the captain up there and, like, switching really quick. But I don't know, like, how to get there up there legitimately. You gotta, like, throw it from over here? I think that, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why I did it that weird way before. Okay, what is that file? That used to be a secret file, so what is it now? Oh, maybe it's Olimar's Log Volume 2. That makes sense. Because I've never seen Volume 2 before. Okay. So it's just new flavor tests for Olimar. I'm glad they didn't, like, remove it completely, but that's kind of disappointing. That was an old data file? Wait, then what's the one I just got? Any new vids coming out? No, I mean, there's nothing really to talk about. Actually, I do have one video in mind, but I'm gonna keep it a surprise. But as for, like, anything, like, expected, like, based off, like, big drama going on now, it's just been nothing really been going on, so. But I do have a couple things in mind. I'm gonna put all the yellow Pikmin here, and then with the rock Pikmin, I'm gonna go get that other treasure. The Go Here feature. Hell yeah. Save time. Yeah, get fucked. Get absolutely destroyed. Lots of pedos and stuff, you know, right? Paw Brothers are weird. I was watching D'Angelo Wallace's video on the Paw Brothers, and every time I hear about them, they're just so so weird. I can't believe people like that exist, man. Not saying, like, what they do is good or bad. Well, let's be honest, a lot of it is bad. But I like a lot of, like, Logan Paul's recent stuff. But it's just, like, it's not necessarily that it's good or bad, even though most of it's bad. It's just, like, how does someone even exist like that, you know? Like, with criminals, like, okay, I get it. You know, you're committing crime because you need money and you can't get it any other way. Bad living environment, whatever. With the Paul brothers, like, I don't know what compels them to do what they do half the time, like... Get Charlie back to the base. Get Alf back to the base. We have just enough Pikmin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't actually know how much this took to carry, so I'm glad I got lucky. Good night, Slack. Are Connor or Augie streaming? Because I'm kind of down to talk with them in Discord if they're streaming. Or even if they're not streaming. I just want to know, like, if they're not busy. So I want to, like, interrupt them to be like, hey, I'm gonna talk, but not about anything in particular. Connor is? Dang. Well, he's probably doing his own thing, so... Like, I'm busy playing Pikmin, so I can't play a game with him, so I'd just be calling to talk, and I don't know if he wants to do that. He might be playing, like, League or something, I don't know. Or it's Minecraft. He's a mining dude? Hell yeah. Dude, I started building such a great base in Minecraft. You guys saw from, if you guys watched the last stream, you know. Dude. I am actually excited to finish building that base. That base was real good. I should have played some Minecraft today, actually, while I was waiting for this game to come out. Because I did have to wait till 9 for this game to come out. Too poor for Minecraft, for real? Alright, I think that's all the fruit that I can possibly get with the amount of Pikmin I have. With the type of Pikmin I have, so... See, that's what I'm talking about with, like, Pikmin types. If I got all the Pikmin types now, I could finish this area so much quicker, but... I don't know, this area is, like, essentially half finished. You can do quite a bit with all the 3 Pikmin types, but... Yep. I'm gonna get some water while this fruit thing plays. Actually, I'll do it at normal speed so you guys can look at the fruit. The fruit looks great in this game, by the way. A for every fucking fruit? Fast forward? I didn't know that. I've been fast forwarding it so much, I just forgot, dude. Where the fuck is avocado? Bit of a juice buffer? A lot of a juice buffer.